If you were in the market for an inexpensive tablet, Amazon's Fire range has always been a decent choice. While they never set the world alight in terms of specifications and design, they remain a much better option than many other tablets vying for the low end of the market. Thankfully, this year's minor update to the Amazon Fire 7 remains worlds apart from many of the uber-cheap tablets you might impulse buy at a supermarket with your morning cornflakes. Not a great deal has changed from the previous model. The design is the same, as is general performance, save for a small upgrade to the display in terms of clarity but, sadly, not resolution. Put the updated Fire 7 next to its predecessor and you'll be hard-pressed to tell them apart. It's still far from a svelte tablet and one that's a little on the heavy side. It has a large bezels surrounding the display and it still feels plasticky with a back that flexes if you press on it. While the build quality might punch slightly above the Fire 7's low price, the screen is very much what you would expect for a cheap tablet. The 7-inch display's resolution remains 1024 by 600, which gives a pixel density of 171 pixels. This equates to big, blocky pixels, which are particularly bad for rendering smooth-looking text and also not great for images. If you want to use the Fire 7 as a tablet for predominantly reading your Kindle books, that text rendering isn't ideal and makes the experience fatiguing. Still, web browsing on the Fire 7 isn't the worst experience in the world. As usual, the Fire 7 runs a retooled version of the Android operating system called Fire OS. Upon first glance, though, the Android connection isn't obvious because of the extensive interface and app changes that have been made. Not a great deal has changed with the Fire 7's performance, as it still has the same internal specifications as before. Powering the show is a quad-core MediaTek MT8127 1.3 GHz processor paired with a slightly paltry 1 GB of RAM. I'd never recommend using a tablet as a camera, but that's never stopped anyone before. In fairness, the 7-inch form factor makes for a slightly less unwieldy camera than some of the larger tablets I've seen tourists wrestling with. One of our complaints about the previous Fire 7 was Amazon packing in a lowly 5V, 1A charger that meant a slow charge rate of around 6 hours. That's unfortunately not changed, so the Fire 7 remains a tablet you probably want to charge overnight.